So I got a new aquarium yesterday. It's the biggest one that I've ever owned. I'm actually a little bit daunted on what I'm going to do with it. I've got no real idea. So I'll show you it a little bit, give you some measurements, give you some sizes, and maybe you guys can help me work out what we're going to put in it. So this is it here. It's 2.4 long, which is just over 8 foot. Just on 900 wide, which is just over 3 foot, and it's just on 600 high, so it's 2 foot high. It's sitting at approximately 1300 liters just for the tank itself, so that is just under 350 gallons. It's huge, and I don't know what to do with it. Obviously I need to give it a good clean because it's quite dirty. It was an ex-marine tank. We're going freshwater with it, and it's got a fairly large sump underneath it as well. There is absolutely no way that is going to fit into the shop. Not a chance. There's no room whatsoever, so it's going to have to go out the back here. I think I have a plan as far as where we're going to put it, but what we're going to do with it I don't know. So putting more pressure on finishing the clown loach tank. We really need to get this done soon. I'm looking at getting a Dremel to finish that off. So once this is done, this gets up and running, opens up another tank. Once the clown loach tank is running, clown loaches from in here get to go into the office. That leaves this tank here empty. This tank here can then, look at how pretty they are, look at how good they are, can come along into this space here, and this is where the changes are beginning to happen, because we were going to put a different tank here, but the clown loach tank can sit here and hopefully put the front hose in there. Or I'm a little worried about that tank because it's only 5 foot, and I think I would have liked a little bit bigger for the front hoses, but this is where I'm heading so far. Then the current front hoser tank, which is in here, sitting on this wall, because it's quite thin, it can go into the shop along this wall here. It gets to around about there, being 2.1 long. So as long as I can condense enough products into 2 shelves, plus the gondola in the middle, we'll be okay. So I can put the big 2.1 in here. I don't want the front hoses as a display fish because they're quite skitterish, and I don't think that'll be a good option. Might end up being the option, but I don't think it'll be a good option to put them in there. Which then leaves this spot here perfectly for the new aquarium. So 2.4 finishes almost underneath that window. It'll come out a little bit further, but that's fine because it's just the out the back area. So I've got a place for it, I've got a position for it, but the question is, what do I do with it? With the width being 900, we're almost getting into Asian arowana potential territory. I don't know if I want to go down that route, but potentially getting into that. I do love the idea of a really big tank with lots of small fish in it. I think that's really cool. Could definitely go down the route of African cichlids. Could easily work in there. Another option would be a really high flowing river tank, some plecos or something like that. But I'm not actually entirely sure what to do with this tank. It's just really big, it's really daunting, kind of just sprang up on me and all of a sudden I got it. The process from yes I'll take it to having it here was just over 24 hours, so I haven't really thought about it too much, but I'd love some input from everybody. What do you think we should put in it? It's room for Africa, as it were. Almost every option that we can get in New Zealand is basically available to go into this, which is kind of cool. So what do you think? Give me some ideas, give me some thoughts. We'll brainstorm some things, we'll set it up. Maybe it could be the people's aquariums. So there we have it, my new project on top of about, I don't know, 50,000 other projects I've got running around the place. I'm really keen for some input. If you've got any ideas, any thoughts, any scape options, any fish options, please fire them into the comments. I am open to any options at the moment. This is totally a blank canvas. Definitely cool to hear some input from other people, what you would do if you had this aquarium. Have a good one, team. Happy fish keeping, and catch you later.